back to my channel. Happy New Year. This is my first video this year, 2016. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I spent my winter break, my Christmas break in Nigeria, and it was so much fun. I actually recorded a bit, but I'm not sure if I'm going to put the video up because I don't feel like editing it. But if you guys want me to put the video, just let me know down in the comments section. As we are starting 2016, I feel like it's in the best interest of everybody, including me, to start doing better things to help our hair grow and taking our hair growth journey more serious. Last year, this picture, I posted it on my Instagram, and it went everywhere. A lot of people shared it, and they were surprised by the shrinkage and how I was able to grow my hair that long. And so I started getting a lot of questions concerning how to grow fussy hair, what to do, how to retain length basically. So this is the video. Finally I'm doing it. I had a lot of questions, so I just basically packed all the answers from all the questions into what I'm going to do today. Let me just give a brief background of my hair. My hair is 4C. What I have on now is a protective style, and this is actually the Hair Giving hair wig that I made a video on, I think 2-3 videos back. This is the wig. I twisted it up to this as my protective style. So I've been wearing this since I came back from Nigeria because it's really cold here. I'll make a video on how I did this separately, or just like a show and tell or something. I have fussy hair. I've been natural for 3.5 years. My hair, I don't normally do ruler length checks, but I'll put a video inside the video so you see how my hair has grown over the 3.5 years. For those of you who aren't familiar with what fussy hair is and the hair typing system, fussy hair is the kinkiest hair type, the one with the most shrinkage. People usually ask me how I grow my hair long, but to be honest, I don't believe there's any magic product or pill out there that helps people grow their hair. I feel like what you need to be doing, or what you need to be asking, is how to retain length on the hair that you grow, because everybody's hair grows. The only thing I'd say is that some people's hair tends to break off more than others because they might not be taking care of their hair, or their hair is more prone to breakage. But the best thing for us to do, especially those with kinkier hair textures, is to retain the length that we grow. Okay, so my first most important tip, this is the best thing I will ever tell you if your hair is kinky, especially if you're the 4B, 4C category, is that you need to do protective styles. We need protective styles. I can't even stress this enough. My hair is long, but I know my hair would have been longer than this if for my second year of being natural I incorporated more protective styles into my regimen. I wasn't doing any protective styles. You know how? Okay, first of all, I transitioned for 8 months. So when I finally started wearing my hair out, I was always too eager to do my hair and do a twist out, do a braid and curl, always doing different things on my hair. My hair suffered quite an amount of breakage. I know I would have had more hair on my head if I did more protective styles during that period of time. There are different protective styles out there. Do what works for you. Some people like wigs and weaves. If you're the type that likes to use the wig and weave method, I advise that you make sure that your weaves are not tight, because they will pull out your hair. Don't use wigs that have strong tight combs around the edges, because they will also pull out your hair. I advise use something like wigs that have elastic bands, or if you can make your wig yourself, even better, just use elastic bands and make sure that the combs are not too tight on your head. For those of you that love braids, personally I like braids, but the only thing about braids is that I can't really sit down for someone to do braids on my hair. I do my hair myself. I have serious trust issues when it comes to people doing my hair for me. So if you're the type that likes braids and twists and locks, faux locks and stuff like that, make sure you don't leave it in for too long, because if you leave it in for too long, it's going to start getting dirty at the roots, and when dirt starts to concentrate at the roots of your hair, is going to cause serious breakage. That is why you see why some people leave their locks or their braids in for a long time, and when they take their hair out, it's so dry and it breaks off like crazy. So make sure you don't leave it in for too long, like a month and a half. If you really need to go past that, don't let it pass 2 months, please. So I know some people leave it in for 4 or 5 months. Please do not do that, because it will seriously break your hair. Another method you could do, and I feel like that is the best method, is just doing a protective style with your own hair. I will insert a picture showing the protective style that is like my go-to protective style. You could do single twists, you could do like 2 braids to the back, something simple. It doesn't have to be crazy, just something that will keep your ends protected. My second tip is less manipulation and less rough handling of your hair. This is another very important tip. Every single time you touch your hair to do something with it, you're going to break it. A strand is going to break, a number of strands are going to break every single time. So the less you manipulate your hair, you'll be able to prevent breakage, and you really want that if you want your hair to grow long. I've noticed over the course of me being natural that there are little things that people normally do when they are doing their hair that cause breakage. For instance, this is the one that really bites me the most, I'm not even going to lie. When people do cornrows or flat twists or just regular braid, I've literally seen it before. People braid really fast sometimes when they're doing the cornrows, and when they're trying to separate the hair, they just like rush and tear the hair apart as they're doing like the cornrow. That's why, like, I do not let anybody do my hair for me. I do my hair by myself, because I know if I'm doing my hair, I take my time, make sure I don't break anything, just go as gently as possible. If I'm doing my cornrows, like, I can literally stop in the middle of a cornrow and detangle my hair and keep going. If someone else is doing your hair, they're not going to have the same patience you have doing your own hair. So I advise you learn to do your hair by yourself, so you can make sure that you handle it as gently as possible. Especially if you have finer hair, because people with finer hair, their hair tends to break easily. So handling your hair gently with the most care is what I would advise. Let me give an example. I think this was when I drew the line for people doing my hair for me. I remember 3 years ago when I was still transitioning, I wanted to get a weave, and I went to my friend to do my hair for me. She had done my hair for me before, and every time she does my hair for me, it's always nice. Like, I don't have any problems. But that day, I don't know if maybe somebody annoyed her, or maybe she was having boyfriend issue. God knows, I don't know what it was. All I know is that when she was doing my hair, the anger that the person annoyed her with, she now used it on my own head. So as she was braiding it, the center of my hair was what suffered. Like, I could literally feel my blood jumping up and down in my scalp. I'm not lying. Like, my head was jumping. So when she was, you know how you don't want to see anything because you don't want to see me, because I wasn't paying her, she was just doing it out of the kindness of her heart. So I just kept quiet, you know, praying to God that He would do a miracle and my head would stop jumping. I was like, okay, maybe it's just because I haven't done a weave in a long time, so my head isn't used to the pain, or like giving myself all different kinds of excuses. I like, let me just endure. I'll take Advil after I'm done and the pain will go. So when I got to my dorm, as I reached the door of my dorm, I almost fainted, because I couldn't believe I actually sat down in front of the door outside, because I couldn't believe what was going on in my head. I didn't understand why my head was still jumping. I finally entered my dorm and I took the Advil and I went straight to sleep. When I woke up, my head was still jumping. It was just depressing. I used to take Advil almost every 3 hours for a whole week before the pain finally subsided. So there was one time I tried to put my finger there to see if my head was still there. And I felt like a scab. You know how when you injure yourself and it starts to clot and you see like those scabs? I felt it on my hair. I'm like, what the hell am I touching? When I eventually took out the weave, there was literally a big injury at the center of my head. I'm not playing. It was serious. There was no hair there. I was already like 100% sure that hair was never ever going to grow on that spot again. I was so sad. You know how you're sad to the extent that you want to cry, but the tears are not coming out? That was the state I was in. I'm not even joking. So I started to pray. I was praying to God to not allow my enemies laugh at me. I was massaging it, rubbing Jamaican black castor oil on that place, praying seriously, and to the glory of God, miraculously I have hair on that spot today. My third tip is moisturization and conditioning. You need to keep your hair moisturized. People with kinkier textured hair tend to retain moisture less because of the way our hair is like really kinky and spirally and everything. So I advise you to moisturize as frequently as possible, especially now that it's really cold, and if you step outside, like everything, your hair is just gonna get dry. What I usually do now during the winter, because my hair, the moisture in my hair depends on the weather and how often I style my hair. So if it's a week where I'm styling my hair like 3-4 times that week, I know I have to moisturize 3-4-5 times that week. If it's a week where I only like style once or twice, I don't have to do it as much. If it's really cold, I know that okay, practically every single day that my hair is out, I have to moisturize. And what I use to moisturize, I am very basic when it comes to my hair. I don't use a lot of products. I spray my hair with water. Like I divide my hair into 8 sections, spray with water, then I put my leave-in conditioner. I use the Creme of Nature Style and Shine leave-in conditioner. Then after that, I use either my shea butter or my cocoa shea nuts almond body butter. It's a body butter, but you can also use it for your hair. My cocoa shea nut butter is already finished. I rather use that actually than my regular shea butter because it's much smoother and it's softer. I'll put the links to where you can get all these things below. Then for my conditioning, like I said, I use my Creme of Nature Style and Shine leave-in conditioner. Then there's also this conditioning treatment I do like every month. I have the video, I'll link the video down. It's where I use like avocado, egg, mix all those things together, put in my hair. It's really good for your hair, especially now that it's really dry outside. Another benefit of moisturizing and conditioning your hair is that it helps to prevent single strand knots and split ends. I got a lot of questions on these. To be quite frank and honest with you, you cannot 100% avoid split ends and single strand knots. You can try your best to minimize it. That's the goal, that's the aim, trying our best to minimize this, but you can't 100% avoid it. So if you keep your hair moisturized and conditioned, it will really help. And if you already have split ends, let me be honest with you, there is nothing you can do to repair split ends. You just have to cut them off. That's just the truth of it. And some people's hair is more prone to split ends than some other people, so I can't give you a steady timeline or time frame on when to trim. I basically trim my hair whenever I feel like I need it. I can trim twice a year, I can trim 4 times a year. It depends on so many factors: how often I'm styling my hair, how often I'm moisturizing, how often I'm conditioning. So trimming your hair is basically what you need to figure out by yourself, how you're going to be trimming, when you're going to be trimming. If your hair is prone to split ends, you have to trim more often, obviously. If your hair doesn't get split ends or single strand knots that easily, then you don't have to do it as much. The next point is, don't take your hair journey too seriously. To be honest, it's really not rocket science. At the end of the day, it's actually just hair that's growing from my head. I've seen, like, and obviously I can't blame people because there's so much that the natural hair community throws at you, that you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this and this, you need to take this. I'm like, it's a lot. When I first went natural, I was in that boat too. There was nothing I didn't try to get. I was like literally thinking, okay, do I have to condition my hair every day? Do I have to moisturize my hair every day? Do I have to do this every day? Like, it will drive you crazy. This is especially for the new naturals. People are thinking of going natural. This advice is especially for you. It's not everything that natural hair community says you need to do that you have to do. There's so many things that I don't do. I literally do not have a steady regimen to say, okay, I do this every day, I do this every 2 weeks. It's just whenever I feel like I need it that I do it. If I don't need to moisturize today, I will not moisturize. I don't have to moisturize every single day. I don't have to condition my hair every single day. You should adapt your regimen to fit your lifestyle, not the other way around. So if you're someone that styles the hair often, then you will need to moisturize and condition more. If you're someone that like styles once a week, you don't have to do that as much. Just like figure out what works for you. Basically figure out what works for your timetable, because I see some people saying, oh, they're always busy, they don't have time to moisturize their hair every day, they don't have time to condition their hair every day. You do not have to moisturize and condition your hair every day. You don't have to style your hair every day. You can just pick something that will take you for a couple of days, then you do the same thing next week if that's what you want. So you don't have to do the same thing every day. It's not compulsory. And even washing my hair, I try my best to wash my hair every 2 to 3 weeks, but sometimes, like when I was in Nigeria, I didn't wash my hair because I didn't feel like washing my hair. I didn't have the strength to wash my hair, so I was like, I wash my hair when I come back. I don't have a steady regimen for washing my hair. Just do whatever works for you. And the fifth thing, please stop searching for the magic product. There is no magic product, there is no magic pill, there is no magic vitamin, there is no magic anything that will grow your hair. Your hair is growing. Just focus on what I've basically talked about in this video. Very basic: protective styling, less manipulation, moisturization and conditioning of your hair. Yeah, basically just focus on doing those things and you see that you retain length. The goal is to retain length. Your hair is growing. Your hair grows at the rate that it is predetermined to grow based on your genes. Some people's hair grows 6 inches a year, some people 3, some people in between. Your hair is growing. Just retain the length that you are growing. This is another question I usually get a lot. If I use hair vitamins, I don't even recommend it for anybody. Honestly, I will not recommend it. But if you want to do it, I mean, do what works for you. But personally, I will not recommend that you use that. So the next segment of this video, I'm just going to answer questions that were under the picture. So specific questions. Basically, if it's something I've not touched on, that's the question I'm going to answer. If I already touched on it in this video, I'm just going to skip it or just brush over it. Here we go. How did you grow out so healthy and long? What products do you use and what hairstyle? How do you know what hair type you are? Well, I've already said it's growing. My hair naturally does grow my hair grows half an inch a month naturally. I'm going to start doing more protective styles to retain more of the length I grow. I style my hair. I used to style my hair a lot, but not anymore now because I've become very lazy and I'm over that styling my hair every time phase. And how do I know my hair type? Well, I've always known. Okay, I didn't know it was called 4C until I started doing my research on everything when I first newly went natural. But I've always known that I had very kinky, textured hair. Okay, oh my god, I have hands in hair syndrome. Most naturals get it when they first go natural, but it's been almost a year and I still can't get my hands out of my hair. Have you ever had this problem, and if so, how did you stop? Yes, I am a proud survivor of hands in hair syndrome. It is a problem. If you have it, you need to find a way to stop it. How did I stop? I just got over it. Like, I'd already done every style I could possibly think of, and I'm like, okay, I don't have the strength for that. And my last semester, for those of you who don't know, I'm an electrical engineering senior. So last semester, I really didn't even have time for my hair. It was always braided to the back in 2 cornrows, or I was doing my twists. It was always in a protective style. I feel like that's how I retained a lot of length last semester. So yeah, just try your best. I know it's hard. I know when you see that twister, you want to do it. I know when you see that braider, you want to do it. But just try. Try your best. Hold yourself. You don't have to. Do I wear braided extensions? Last year I got braids. I can't remember how long ago I got braids prior to that. If you get braids, however, get an applicator bottle and put oil in it, and always make sure that your scalp is moisturized and the roots of your hair are moisturized, and don't leave it in for too long so it doesn't break your hair. What's an effective way of detangling kinky natural hair? Very important question. Detangling is another mistake people generally make that causes breakage. You do not want to detangle your hair when it's dry. What I recently started doing is that I put conditioner. It doesn't have to be an expensive conditioner. Just look for something that has enough slip. Put in your hair. It helps to soften your hair, so it's easier for you to detangle. I personally finger detangle. I do not use combs in my hair. No, like you will not see me using combs in my hair. I do not do it because it causes breakage. So I finger detangle, divide my hair into 8 sections, apply conditioner section by section, finger detangle and twist it back up. I also do that before I wash my hair. The conditioner thing where I detangle my hair before I wash. Yeah, it helps to cut down your wash time. Do you have any go-to products that you have attributed to the growth? No, like I said, there is no single product. I do not believe there's any single product that makes your hair grow. I just do what I can to retain my length. Do you ever wash and go? I don't, because if I do, my hair will be in a knotted and tangled mess. I do not. Whenever I finish washing my hair, I literally wash my hair in twists. When I get into the shower, it is in twists. I wash section by section. When I wash each section I wash, I twist it back up immediately before I go to the next section. I don't just let my hair all shrink up into one, like just like that. It's going to really get tangled and it will break your hair. As you gain leg, did you twist every night to keep it from tangling, or what was your night routine? I do not twist my hair every night. What do I do every night? To be honest, like I said, I don't have any steady routine. If my hair is in a fro and I'm about to sleep and I'm too tired to twist my hair, I will sleep on that fro. And the next morning, if I can't fluff it back into the fro, I will tie it up in a bun and go. So I don't twist my hair every night. I twist my hair after I finish washing or after I finish moisturizing, and maybe leave it in the twist until I'm ready to wear the twist out in a fro or whatever, but I don't twist every night. What products do you use? I said I will list all of them down in the description box, so make sure you check that out. How do you maintain the strength of your hair? Now, personally, I have very thick strands, so my hair doesn't break that easy, luckily for me. I feel like that's another reason why I'm able to retain length, because my hair doesn't break easily. But I know that if your hair is thinner, it's more fragile and it's going to break off easily. So if your hair is on the thinner side, then you really need to do protective style more with your own hair actually. Not even wig. I wouldn't even suggest wigs and weaves and all those for you. Just figure out protective styles that work with your own hair, to be honest. Is trimming your ends necessary? Yes, it is necessary, because if you leave a split end in your hair, it's just going to keep splitting and splitting and splitting and splitting and splitting, and it will eventually break off. So just cut it when you see it, so that it doesn't chop your entire strand of hair. That's all the questions I have. Thank you guys so much. I know this video is long. I tried my best to make it as short as possible, but I also wanted to give you guys enough information. I hope this year I will try my best to make more videos. Let us all try, including me, because I know I've been slacking, try to incorporate better healthy hair practices, more protective styling, less manipulation of the hair, more conditioning and moisturizing. And I promise you, when you start doing stuff like this, you will start to retain more length. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe and share.